Benue state government is set to domesticate the national policy on internally displaced persons (IDP), get towards the well-being of vulnerable populations and achieving durable solutions in Nigeria. The Executive Secretary of Benue State Emergency Management Agency, James Ipuru, commended the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development for including Benue State in the national policy on IDPs. Applauding the federal government for the initiative, it said the agency currently caters for 14 IDP camps with the provisions of borehole waters, shelters, healthcare services, and constant provision of food and non-food items, including providing for Cameroonian refugees. Governor Hyacinthe Ali of Benue, who was represented by the Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, James Ipuru, who announced this, said Benue will become the first in north-central Nigeria to domesticate the policy, while attributing it to the proactive approach which aligns with the United Nations. Amnesty International has described the violent attacks, killings and the displacement of farming communities in Benue State as worrisome, calling on the Nigerian government to carry out a discreet investigation into the incidences and ensure the protection of lives. The program manager, who called for an end to the incessant attacks, says 55 schools have been destroyed by armed attackers with hundreds of children out of schools, while 80% of the farming population in Agatu, Gwer West, Guma, among others, are displaced with no access to farmlands and livelihoods. Amnesty International, while listing number of areas attacks have taken place, calling for partial investigation into the wanton killings, most of which are women and children, says Nigerian government must ensure justice for victims, survivors and their families.
January 2003 to February 2024, over 50 rural communities in Benue State recorded at least 135 attacks, leading to the deaths of over 2,600 people, many of whom are women and children. These attacks are significantly affecting food security and livelihood because the affected communities are farmers. As of March 2023, when the last counting and documentation was done, the IDP camps and the host communities had a total of 489,245 IDPs.
I want to assure the good people of Benue State, the Nigerian Police Force, under the leadership of the Commissioner of Police, we are working around the clock assiduously with other security agencies, to ensure that crime and criminality in the state is brought to the barest minimum. As I'm talking to you right now, the state has been sectorized and the operations are ongoing.